This is the question asked in today's SkillTrack Daily Challenge. So we are given a date as an input in the format DDMMYY. So here the given input date is 6/2/2019, that is 6th February 2019. So our task is to start printing from the first day of the month. So the first day of the given month will be 1/2/2019, and we have to print the dates till the next date of the given input date. So the ending date will be 7/2/2019. So in our output also we can see that first we are starting to print from 1/2/2019, that is the first of the given month. So we are starting from 1 February 2019 and we are printing all the dates till 7/2/2019. So that would be the last date in our output. So what we are doing is we are just given a date as an input, and our task is to start printing from the first date for the given month and year, and the last date should be the next date from the given input date. So let us also see our sample input too. So here we are given 29 to 1996. So 1996 is a leap year. So February has 29 days in the year of 1996, and that is the last date of the month. So in this case we should move to the next month. So the next date for the given input date would be 1/3/1996, that is 1 March 1996. So our task is to start printing from 1st February 1996, and we should print all the dates till 1st March 1996. So in our output also we can see that first we printed 1/2/1996 and the last date is 1/3/1996. So this is how we should be solving. Now let us see how to write a C program for this. So first I am creating three integer variables named dd, mm and yy, and in the next line I am accepting the value of the three integers dd, mm and yy, and in the scanf statement near %d I have included the hyphen symbol because in our input first we will be given the date, and after that the month will be separated with a hyphen, and after that again the month and year will be separated with a hyphen. So that is why in the scanf statement we use a hyphen, and when we do like this the date will be stored into dd and month will be stored into mm and year will be stored into yy. So now I am creating another integer array named days in months, in which I am storing 12 integer values. So these 12 integers are the default number of days present in every month. So the first integer represents the number of days in January, and the second integer represents the number of days in February. So like this we are storing the default number of days present in every month till December. So totally there are 12 months, so there are 12 integers in this array. And now if the year is a leap year, then February month will have an extra day. So first I am checking whether year is a leap year or not. So the year is stored in the variable yy. So a year is said to be a leap year if year mod 4 equal to 0 and year mod 100 is not equal to 0, or year mod 400 is equal to 0. So if any one of this condition is satisfied, then the particular given year is a leap year. So in the if condition we are checking both of this condition, and if any one of the condition is satisfied, then we set days in months at index 1 is equal to 29, because in array we will be storing from 0. So the integer at 0th index will be the number of days in February, and the integer at first index will be the number of days in February. So if the year is a leap year, we set days in months at index 1 is equal to 29, and then now we are going to print our output. So before that I am creating another integer variable named date, and I am setting its value to 1, because we have to start printing from the first date for the given month and year. So that is why I am setting date is equal to 1, and I am creating another new integer variable named date count, for which I am assigning the value dd plus 1, because if the given input date is 29, then totally we should be printing 30 dates in our output, because we will be starting to print from 1 and we will print till 29, and we should also print the next date. So the total number of days will be dd plus 1, and then I am creating a while loop, and this while loop iterates until the date count becomes equal to 0. So in every iteration we will be decrementing the value of the variable date count. So this while loop will be executing for dd plus 1 times. So in every iteration we will be printing a date as our output. So we will be able to print our output correctly. But we should also be updating the value of the variable date, month and year. So that is what we are doing in the if else condition. So first let us see what we are doing in the if condition. So in the if condition we are checking whether date plus 1 is less than or equal to days in months at the index minus 1. So here what will be happening is, before incrementing the date in every iteration of the while loop, we should check whether it is possible to increment the date. So for example, if we are at the date 31, then we cannot increment the date. If we increment the date, it would become 32, which will be invalid, because none of the month will have 32 as a date. So before incrementing the value of the variable date, we are checking whether date plus 1 is less than or equal to the days in month, and we are also checking it at the index minus 1, because we are storing our integers in the array from the index 0. And suppose if we are representing January month, then we will represent it as month 1. So but actually the number of days in January will be stored at index 0. So minus 1. So 1 minus 1 will only be equal to 0. So that is why minus 1. So if we have reached the last date, we move to the else part. So in the else part, again we perform two checking. So if we are at the end of month, we should move to the next month, but we should again check whether moving to the next month is a valid month or not. So for example, again if we are at the last month, that is if we are at December, then the month will be 12. So 12 plus 1 would become 13, but there are only 12 months. So that is again we are checking in the else part. So first we are checking whether plus 1 is greater than 12. If it is greater than 12, then we are at the December month. So we should move to the January month of next year. So we set date is equal to 1, month is equal to 1 and year plus plus. Because if we are at the end of the December month, then the next month would be January, and we should again start from the first date. So date is equal to 1, month is equal to 1 and year plus plus. And the same, if plus 1 is not greater than 12, then in the else part again we can be at any month of the year. So we should move to the next month and the first date. So date is equal to 1 and month plus plus. Here we don't increment the variable year. So this is the logic how we will be updating the variables date, month and year. And while printing the date, month and year in every iteration of this while loop, we are including the condition %0 So what this %0 does is, suppose if the output date is 1, then as per the output format we should not print it as 1, we should print it as 01. So that is how we should be printing our output. So what this %0 does is, if the integer has less than 2 digits, it appends 0 at the beginning automatically. So this is the reason why we are including %0 for date, month and year. So we will get our output in a exact DDMMYY format. So now let us check our program with sample test cases. So this is our sample input 1, and for sample input 1 we have our expected output here. So we should start from 1-2 till 7-2019. So in our output also we are starting from 1-2 and we are printing till 7-2019. So now let us also check our program with the sample input 2. And for sample input 2 we have to start printing from 1-2 till 1-3. So let us also check our output. So we are starting from 1-2-1996 and we are printing till 1-3-1996. So we are printing correctly. So this is the logic behind today's SkillRack daily challenge. Thank you for watching.